Bai. I'm a film major, and you're watching Disney Channel. Do, 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 do.
So, how different is Chicago from where you used to live?
It's like way different, honestly, because I'm from Swartz Creek. It's about like 10, 15 minutes outside of Flint. So I usually just say Flint is where I'm from because that's where everybody knows. But it's mostly like plains and cornfields and stuff. So it is a little bit different. I mean, it is very different. But I personally like the city a lot better because in Michigan, I felt like there wasn't a lot to do. Even like it just wasn't fun. And at least in Chicago, there's a lot more to do. Like literally, like if you go out, like you could find just about anything to do.
Piggybacking off of that, do you think your old hometown was restricting your creative capabilities?
Oh yeah, like definitely, because uh, there's no film like companies in Michigan really. Um, there's a law that was passed that made some or like I don't know the credentials of it, of course, but it makes it way harder to film in Michigan. So therefore, like nobody comes nobody comes there, and there's no like any shootings or any casting almost. So I always kind of thought that, and everybody says like it's so easy to just make a movie, and it is because I made a short one in high school, but that was literally like in my room, like the whole thing was in my house, and even then it was a little difficult because there's not a lot of like inspiration. At least for me, that I could draw from Michigan. Like it's a pretty state, but there's no real anything there for me personally. So when I came to Chicago, I immediately thought, or not immediately, I guess, but pretty quickly thought that it would be a lot easier to get like a more creative like flow of things, and even like get into that habit of writing or shooting little stuff every now and then just to start it, because they even like I said, there's just so much more here.
Gotcha. So, what do you personally like about Columbia and how it makes you thrive as an artist?
I always thought that like my high school, I came from a Catholic high school, and it's very like Puritan kind of level of mostly like by the book schooling and stuff. So there wasn't a lot of art heavy kind of stuff. And after coming here, it was a lot like it really drove home the point that you can basically be successful as an artist, despite how hard it is. It seems like with at least a lot of the support they have here, it'll be like it won't be easy, but like it'll be a lot easier than it would be if I was at some art school in Michigan, because even there, their art schools are not like art heavy. It's mostly like I'm trying to think of how I would say this. Like Columbia is like so geared towards all of the arts that it feels like very safe in the way that's like I don't know how many business majors there are here. I know there's quite a bit and stuff, but like art history majors and stuff like that. But everybody's so even they are probably like so artistically inclined. So the environment is just way better in general, and I feel like just being in a place that makes it seem like you can do that, and with all the people around that are doing it, just automatically makes it a lot easier to do for me, because like I said, high school, everybody wanted to be like a doctor or like a physician or like a veterinarian or something. That's fine, but and it wasn't for me. So.
Gotcha.
I'm from Michigan, and there wasn't a big film draw there, and a lot of my friends weren't into the same movies that I was into, because I was into like more obscure art house movies and experimental kind of stuff. But then like some bigger ones that were just not seen, like foreign movies even, and so none of my friends really had like the same exact interest there. They didn't express it as overtly as I did, I guess, and so I had a kind of a hard time like being okay with my interest, because it didn't feel like it was almost valid, I guess, in a way. So then when I came here, I thought it would like immediately kind of click, and that I was gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is like, you know, good to be into. And then I moved in to Lincoln Park about 2 weeks before school even started, and my roommate is into fashion, so it was the same kind of thing where I could talk about movies, but it wasn't the same like level, I guess. And so the first 2 weeks were a little bit the same thing, where I basically just watched movies by myself, and not much changed from back at Michigan. And then the first week, I got invited to go to an art house screening, which is like a club here. And the president of Bill encouraged me to come, because he was like, oh, we're going to show Don't Look Now. It's a really good movie. It's directed by Nicholas Roeg and all this. And I hadn't seen it, so I thought that would be a good, like, in, kind of. And I was hesitant to go, like, a little bit, because I was like, you know, like, maybe I won't like it, or maybe, like, I'm not going to meet anybody. But eventually, I ended up going, and I, like, immediately when I walked in, it's like a little small theater, and there was like 80 plus, or close, I think about 80, because the bill said it was the biggest like screening they had actually had. So everybody was talking about movies that I hadn't heard before, or ones that I thought nobody else had seen and stuff like that, and it immediately made me feel like a lot more okay with the stuff I was into. It made me feel a little bit like I was at home, for the lack of a better term, I guess. But yeah, no, it was really like kind of eye-opening in a way, because then just to see all the people and like having the same common interest there, and the one night and stuff, and it made me really really happy, actually. So